Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is the monthly reading for February 2022 for all the signs. For the reading, I'll be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck for the main spread. If I need to clarify, I have the Gilded Tarot here. I will pull an oracle card from the Sacred Traveler deck, which is by Denise, Linn. And then if you stick around to the end of the reading, I will be using the Light Seers Tarot, okay, this one right here, to do a 3-card pull to give you the chance to ask a question and then have a yes or no answer. So do stick around until the end for that. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate. And if you're interested in shorter, more readings that I put out more frequently, you can head over to TikTok. I'm at Changing Phases Tarot on TikTok. All right, I will stop for now and we'll see each of the signs in a second for the reading. Hi Leo, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your reading. I have been shuffling off camera, but I will give the deck a few more shuffles. So Spirit, what are the messages for Leo for February 2022? What does Leo need to know? Messages for Leo, February 2022. Leo, we're going to start off with the 10-card Celtic cross spread. I'll pull an oracle card just to sort of tie in with the reading. And then if you stick around till the end, we'll do the yes or no 3 cards. So you get to focus on a question and then I will lay 3 cards and you'll have hopefully a yes or no answer to your question. All right, so you're starting off with Major Arcana number 9, the Hermit. Okay, this is associated with the sign of Virgo, so you might be dealing with a Virgo this month. It's crossed by the 6 of Swords. In the deep past, you have Major Arcana number 1, the Magician. Magician is associated with the signs of Gemini and Virgo. Recent past, you have the 7 of Cups. Crowning your reading, message from your higher self, you have the 5 of Wands. In the near future, you have the 2 of Swords. Move things over a bit. There we go. You appear as the Justice card, so Major Arcana number 11, right? And Justice is associated with the sign of Libra. Surrounding you in your environment, you have the 7 of Pentacles, or could be how others view you as well. Hopes and fears, the 4 of Wands. And the outbound energy for the month, we have the Death card. So Major Arcana number 13, associated with the sign of Scorpio. From the bottom of the deck, overall energy for the month, wow. We have new beginnings with the Fool card and the Star card underneath it. So the Fool is associated with the sign of Aquarius, as is the Star. So Aquarius might be a significant sign for you this month. But, you know, this is new beginnings, brand new cycle, taking that leap of faith, right? Not being afraid to step off the ledge, right? And have this brand new beginning. And there's wish fulfillment surrounding this. There's wish fulfillment, there's healing. The Star card, it's all about, setting your intentions and now having those dreams and wishes come true. The Fool embarks upon this brand new journey, and I love how in this deck, see, she's not even carrying anything with her. Usually the Fool has a small backpack or rucksack, or carrying belongings, basically representing this. You're embarking upon a new cycle, and you're not taking that baggage from the past with you. So you're But here she's not even carrying anything. She has just butterflies representing rebirth and growth. And we also have that with the death card. So yeah, significant endings and beginnings here for the month of February. But let's get started with the center of the spread. So you have the Hermit crossed by the Six of Swords. So the Hermit is a very spiritual card, right? The Hermit goes off up into the mountains here in search of spiritual knowledge, right? Enlightenment. It's about sort of retreating, taking that time out for yourself to reflect. And what could help or hinder this is the Six of Swords, which it's one of the two transitional cards in the tarot. Six of Swords, Eight of Cups, they both represent transitioning out of one event, one situation, right? One relationship, one job, however it applies to your life, but moving from one to another. And it typically is, leaving behind like troubled waters or a difficult time or situation and moving into a better one. So there is improvement with the Six of Swords. This can be mentally moving, like mentally moving on from something or somebody. It can be physically moving. In this deck, it does show it a bit differently, but usually the Six of Swords would have a woman in a boat and she's being rowed away, from choppy waters to calmer waters. So representing this, improvement in her situation. In this particular depiction, you see that the woman, she's dropped the swords, she's heading towards the light, and she trusts that where she's going, right, is going to offer her more, it's going to be better than what she's leaving behind. So there's movement. This can be traveling by, across water, going to somewhere near water, traveling by boat, just moving. Could be, with all these endings and beginnings, that could be actually moving home. You have the Four of Wands in your hopes and fears. Four of Wands can be marriage, it can be a home move, buying a home, moving in with somebody. So there's improvements, there's movement, and there's wish fulfillment. You have the Magician, you have the Star. Magician sits in the deep past here, but he's like the Ace of Aces, right? He is the number one of the major arcanas. And aces in the tarot are new beginnings. They're yes cards. So if there's something that you've been waiting for an answer on, this is a very positive sort of yes, everything is moving in the right direction and you have everything you need, all of the tools at your disposal, right, to manifest this brand new beginning. There could be, or you could have been going through this, which could explain the Hermit, this taking time out, reflecting at the center, because in the recent past you have this Seven of Cups, which, this is a very wishy-washy, up in the air type of energy, right? Really, each of these cups here represents something that, is alluring, is the person finds interesting or would like or is attractive, right? And obviously this can be different for everybody. This could, whatever the Holy Grail is, which you can see, there's like a little fairy bringing in this Holy Grail. It's going to be different for everybody. For some people, the Holy Grail is a new relationship. For others, it's buying a new car. For others, it's a new home. For others, it's a new job. However it applies to you, there is a need to focus, right? Focus your energies, focus your attention and energies on the one thing that is, your Holy Grail. Because until you do that, everything is just very much, dreamlike, up in the air. So there's a need to really focus in order to bring something into reality, to make it more tangible, more material. Crowning you, message from your higher self, you have the Five of Wands, which it's a card of disagreement. But sometimes this Five of Wands shows up, especially if you are looking to change jobs or you've been interviewing, right? This can be like you going up against your competitors, because you can see here on the card that they're all just vying for, that top spot, the alpha position, somebody here wants to come out on top, right? They don't necessarily want to hurt anybody. You can see the lions are baring their teeth. They're not going in for the kill. They're not trying to hurt the other lion. It's just about somebody coming out ahead, right? So sometimes this does show up when, if you're going up for promotion in your job and you're going up against other people. So it's that, competition. The suit of wands itself is fire energy, and it has to do with the work that we do. It's our own drive and ambition and determination for the work that we do. Yeah. It can be work, creative projects and endeavors. And, you have sort of like this need to focus, this need to make a decision. We have Seven of Cups sitting right across from this Two of Swords, which is, it's oftentimes referred to as the stalemate card. You can see that the woman, has the swords there in a very defensive sort of pose. She's blindfolded, and twos in the tarot, they can be balanced, but it's, decisions, choices, a decision that needs to be made. But for whatever reason, she feels stuck. She can't make that decision. She doesn't have all the information that she might need in order to make that decision. So it's it's stagnant energy. Sort of you're stuck there needing to make a decision, but feeling as though you're incapable of doing that. Now, with you showing up as a Justice card, I love that she is holding that single sword there. So it's like she has the Ace of Swords, right, to help with this indecision. The Ace of Swords itself is it's that epiphany, it's that clarity of mind, that aha moment. And she's carrying this sword of knowledge, the sword of truth. She's holding the scales of justice. So, usually when this card shows up in a reading, it's positive, right? If there is like any type of legal case or battle that you've been going through, this is usually things going in your favor. The Justice card can also be dealing with, the justice system, so dealing with a lawyer, dealing with the courts. It can also be to do with like contracts being signed. So if this is a new job, there could be the contract signing here. But it's a card of balance. It's a card of very karmic as well. So, karmic justice being restored as well. If you've been treated unfairly in the past, maybe you've been looked over, a number of times for a promotion or a job. Things are now going in your favor. And others are viewing you, or, what's going on in your environment is this kind of contemplation, right? Much like I was saying with the Hermit card, where you're like reflecting, trying to gain that, that knowledge or that sort of spiritual, right, guidance. The Seven of Pentacles, she's also taking this time out, but it's to reflect on how things are going in her life, right? She's feeling very good about what she's achieved so far. She's obviously done quite well. The Seven of Pentacles, you can see that she is, she has a basket laden with fruit. She has, obviously put in the effort and work, and now she's starting to see the fruits of her labor. But what she is doing is sort of reflecting. She has her eyes closed there. It's like she's meditating, reflecting on what is it that she wants, or what is it that she needs to do to get her from the Seven of Pentacles all the way to the Ten of Pentacles. If she continues in the same job or down the same path, will that get her what she ultimately wants? Or does she need to do something a bit different, right? So that's what's sort of going on around you, this like contemplation with the Seven of Pentacles. Now the hopes and fears, Four of Wands, and then outbound energy, the Death card. Four of Wands is a hope. It wouldn't be a fear, but a hope. Well, I guess it could be. For those of you who might not want to get married at all, marriage could be a fear. But, in general, the Four of Wands, it's the soulmate card. It's like the 1111, right? It's fours in the tarot are also very stable energy, right? This represents like the home, the family, can be engagement, marriage. This can be, like I was saying before, moving in with somebody, buying your own home, moving home. So this is what's on your, what you're hoping for is the Four of Wands. And you have this brand new cycle with the Death card. The Death really, it's through death comes new light, comes new life, new opportunities. In order to have a new start, you first need to let go of, right, with the Six of Swords over here, you need to let go of the past, right? And just like with the Six of Swords sort of transitioning, it doesn't happen overnight. You don't just sort of flip on and off a switch and you're out of one job and in the next. It is a transition, right? It does take a while. But as you head into the month of March, you are leaving behind, it could be, a job. It could be a certain part of your life, like being single, getting married now, so you're leaving that behind. But there's a significant shift, a change with this new opportunity or new cycle, new beginning coming in by the end of the month. So let me go ahead and pull you an oracle card. So we're looking for one additional message for Leo. What else does Leo need to know for the month of February? Additional message for Leo, please, for the month of February. What else does Leo need to know? Okay, we'll do one last shuffle. And divide the deck. All right, Leo, you have distant thunder, clear the air. Yeah, so here it's like she's looking at the thunder, the lightning. It's like she can see off in the distance, right? There is this shift, there is this change. And sometimes the storm coming in, it can be a bit frightening, just like, transitioning from one thing to another. The death card, sometimes when people see it, right, they can find it a little bit daunting, right? They think that it's a negative card, but it's not. It's just change. It comes into, there's a clearing of the air. Things are shifting. Things are changing. So it's like you can almost hear it. You can sense that, there's change coming in here. So, yeah, change is in the air. I think that's what I'll put as your caption for the month. All right, oops, I just pulled the microphone here. Sorry. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do then, Leo, we are going to do your yes or no answers. So while I'm shuffling here, I'd like you to go ahead and formulate your question. So think about what is it that you would like an answer to. It could have to do with a new job. It could have to do with a new home. It could have to do with a relationship, whatever you're looking for an answer on. Okay. And I will pull 3 cards. Okay, and I'll show you each of the cards. And you're going to choose one of them, and that's going to be your yes or no answer. Okay, so this will be card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. Okay, if you need to pause the video for you to be able to do this, go right ahead. When you're ready, here we go. If you went with card number 1, you have the 3 of Wands. Yes, this would be a yes. This is a very positive card, right? It's fire energy, so obviously Leo, your own energy here. But 3s in the tarot represent expansion, growth, potential. And in the case of the 3 of Wands, it's almost, unlimited growth. There's an international component to it as well, sort of overseas. You might be waiting to hear back from a job opportunity or something that's at a distance or overseas or near water. And we had water with the 6 of Swords right there as well. But it is, it does really represent like lots of potential as far as this job or, project, but it's a yes. You have, if you went with card number 2, the 4 of Pentacles. This would also be a yes, right? Just like I was saying with the 4 of Wands, typically it would be a stable, solid energy. Sometimes the 4 of Pentacles, it's referred to as the miser card, and it's about, not needing to hold on so tightly to your material possessions, right? That material, like money, right, finances, money needs to flow, right? So when you try to hold on too tightly, just like what she's doing here, you can, or it runs the risk of making that energy become stagnant. So there needs to be this flow. Yes, obviously we all need to, work, earn our money, try to put some money aside. But when we try to just hold on too tightly to it, that's when we can actually hinder our ability to earn money and to gain money, because we're so scared about losing it. So there is that sort of cautionary message. But I would say in general that would be a yes. And then you have Ten of Swords as card number 3. So this would be a no, right? Although, like I usually say, the Ten of Swords, it's like the dark night, or the darkness before the light. It's the worst of a particular situation. This deck obviously shows it very differently. Usually, the Ten of Swords will show somebody on the ground, 10 swords in their back. It represents betrayal, somebody being stabbed in the back. But what comes after this, it goes right back to the Ace of Swords, which is a brand new start, a new beginning, and so things can only get better from here, right? They can only improve, can only go up. But just, we're looking for yes or no answers here. So I would say a no for that one. So a yes, but there's sort of a caution with this one for the second card, and then a no for card 3. All right, well, I do hope that the messages have helped you, Leo. I thank you for joining me today. Look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of February. Bye for now.